Hello everybody. Today we are going to see the balance sheet in corporate accounting 1 in mergers and acquisition. We have to prepare the balance sheet, um, amalgamated balance sheet we need to prepare. So coming to the format of vertical balance sheet, in this session 36, you are going to study the balance sheet. So the format of balance sheet is like this: preparation of balance sheet, that is under section 129 subsection 1 states that financial statements shall give a true and fair view of affairs of the company, comply with the accounting standards notified under section 133, and shall be in the form of forms as may be provided for different classes or classes of companies in Schedule 3. So balance sheet, name of the company and balance sheet as at the date we need to write. So the vertical balance sheet format is like this, as you see in the screen, that is particulars, note number, figures at the end of current reporting period, figures at the end of previous reporting period. That means the current period amount, figures or amount you are going to record in column 3, and the figures at the end, the previous year, previous accounting year figure or amount you are going to record in the fourth column. So the particulars column, what are the items to be taken in the particulars column we are going to see here. So the first in the vertical balance sheet, equity and liabilities we are going to take. So under equity and liability, the shareholder fund, under that shareholder funds, we have to record the share capital. So the amount of share capital within the company, how much amount of reserves and surplus, money received against the share warrants. So these are the three items to be included in the shareholders fund, which is to be included in the equity and liability heading. The next is the second under equity and liability is the share application money pending allotment. Pending allotment. So the share application money at that particular current year has to be recorded in column 3. Then third is the non-current liabilities. The non-current liabilities such as long-term borrowings. If there is any long-term borrowings, you are going to record deferred tax liabilities, net amount you are going to take. Then other long-term liabilities, you are going to record any other long-term liabilities within the company and long-term provisions made. So relating to the company, you are going to take it in the head non-current liabilities. So next under the fourth point is the current liabilities. So current liabilities here is the short-term borrowings. If there is any short-term borrowings, you are going to take next in under the current liabilities, the trade payables and other current liabilities and short-term provisions. So these are the items to be included under the current liabilities. The total of these things has to be the total of these it's a share capital or shareholders fund, share application money, non-current liabilities, current liabilities. So these are the four important heads. The amount you are going to take and total it, that is the liabilities amount, equity and liabilities amount. So after that we are going to take the second, that is the assets. So the assets within the company is categorized as non-current assets, current assets. So the non-current assets here we mean it's a fixed assets. So non-current assets under that fixed fixed assets we do categorize as tangible assets and intangible assets and capital work in progress and intangible assets under development. So these are the four categories under the fixed assets. So fixed assets categorized as tangible assets, intangible assets, capital work in progress and intangible assets under development. So the amount relating to these heads you are going to take it under the non-current assets, under that fixed assets. The next is B is the non-current investments. If there is any non-current investments, so that you are going to take under the next heading. Then C is deferred tax assets. So if there is any deferred tax assets, net amount you are going to take, and long-term loans and advances. If you have provided any long-term loans, company has provided long-term loans and advances amount you are going to take in a fixed assets. Then other non current assets. If there is any other non-current assets we are going to take. Now is current assets. Current assets here in the second category, you are going to take the current assets, that is current investments, inventories, trade receivables, and the trade receivables, then cash and cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, and other current assets. So these are the headings under the current assets. Subheadings, all these current assets have to be recorded. So the total of this assets and total of the equity and liability should be equal or tallied. So this you have studied in detail in the second model, that is the final accounts of the company. So the same format, that is the vertical format. This is a format for amalgamation and merger. In this format only you are going to prepare the amalgamated balance sheet. So this is what you have studied in the session, in this session. So once more I'm going to repeat. So you are going to take the equity and liabilities first, then next the assets. So equities and liabilities, under the equities and liabilities you are going to take the shareholders fund. So firstly the shareholders fund is to be recorded, that is under this shareholders fund you are going to take the share capital of the company, reserves and surplus, money received against the share warrants. So these are the sub headings are under the shareholder fund. That is share capital, reserves and money received against the share warrants. You are going to take under the heading shareholders fund in the equity and liabilities. The next is the share application money pending in the equity and liability. The next is non-current liabilities. So such as non-current liability here, long-term liabilities, deferred tax liability, other long-term liabilities and long-term provisions. So all these are the non-current liabilities. Then current liabilities, on the next heading we are going to take the current liabilities such as short-term borrowings. If there is any creditors you are going to take here, trade payables, trade payable if there is any amount payable, that is trade payable. Under this head you are going to take other current liabilities. If there is any loans, short-term loans taken, that is the current liabilities you are going to take in. Short-term provisions are also to be included under the current liabilities. Next is the assets. So next assets, under the head assets, that is you categorize firstly as non-current assets and current assets. So non-current assets are fixed assets and non-current investments, deferred tax assets, long-term loans and advances, other non-current assets. So under the fixed assets, we do categorize as tangible assets, intangible assets. Tangible assets is nothing but which can be seen, felt or touched, that is furniture, fixtures, machinery, etc. So that we are going to take under tangible assets, and intangible assets such as goodwill which cannot be seen, touched, felt, etc. Intangible assets, example I told you the goodwill, that is to be taken under this category. Then capital work in progress you are going to take here, intangible assets under development also you are going to take. Then non-current investments and deferred tax investment assets, long-term loans and advances you are going to take other non-current assets. Then next is the current assets. Under the head current assets, you are going to take the uh, current investments. So whatever the current investments made in share securities, you are going to take here, and inventories. So the inventory, whatever the stock is there, the total amount you are going to take, and the trade receivable, any amount to be receivable, trade receivable amount you are going to take here. So any receivables from the what we call data to be taken. Then cash and cash equivalents, if there is any cash balance, we are going to take here only in current assets, and short-term loans and advances, we are going to take it in the current assets and other current assets. So these are the different different aspects or different assets and liabilities taken one over the other. In this particular format only we are going to write the balance sheet. So this is a vertical balance sheet wherein we need to follow these according to schedule 3 of accounting standards. We need to follow these steps. So thank you. One